Hi everyone. It is Thursday morning at 9:30, and I hope that you all are enjoying your spring break as much as you can be, given all the recent events and everything that's been happening with COVID-19. I know that this has transpired really, really quickly, and so I know it's a lot to handle, and especially with everything, all the news coming down from our university about classes going online. And I don't know how many of you have checked your email from President Cruzado this morning, but urging students, not to come back to the dorms and all of that. So I know this is a really stressful time, certainly an unprecedented time in our lifetimes. And just let me know if I can do anything to make life easier for you as we finish up our Health Disparities class online, not face to face. So I am pretty bummed as well that I won't get to see you all in a classroom setting. I was in Norway when I got the news that we were shifting online, and now am back at home doing the self quarantine for 14 days or more. But I certainly did pass by many, many people in all the international airports that I traveled through. And so now that we know that someone can be a carrier and not express symptoms or signs of the virus, that it's best to just practice social distancing, stay home, and heed all necessary precautions. So anyway, I will be teaching you guys all from my home office, and will be trying to upload as many videos as I can to keep us all on the same page, and make sure that you guys still feel super clear about what we're doing in health disparities throughout the semester. So I spent a lot of time yesterday morning really updating the D2L site. So if you've looked before yesterday, you wouldn't really have seen any changes. But if you look now, and I'm not asking you to, I know we're still on spring break, so just relax, kind of enjoy the week with your families and friends, hopefully in groups of 5, 10 or less people. But if you look at the D2L site now, you'll see what I've done in order to shift our class online. So if you're watching this video, you're more than likely on your computer. So if you could open up D2L, and you can pause me until you get there. If you look at the applying the concept section on the left-hand side, that's where we are now after spring break. And notice I've put in parentheses all online, and I'll try for every session we have or week to really write a lot, in that intro section. Write it informally as if I were talking to you. But basically, the first thing that we're going to be doing after spring break is engaging with that Caroline Sifrin's book, Jail Care. And I don't have the book to show you. I left it in my office, so I have to go back and get it. But it's the first ethnography that we'll read together. So the first assignment you all have, or the next assignment, is to read up to page 80 in that book and have that completed by next Tuesday. So you've got a few more days to do that, and it's a pretty quick read, so I don't think you guys will have any problems. I've defined ethnography for you here on this kind of applying the concept section. And you'll see that on next Tuesday, we are supposed to meet face to face. We are going to have a discussion about jail care online instead. And so here you'll see, if you're scrolling down with me, you'll read from page 1 to 80. There's also an interview with Dr. Sufrin that I've posted. It's really interesting. It's an interview with the author, so take some time to look at that. And you'll see that I have broken you all into discussion groups. You're about 5, 6 people per group. And, I'm not expecting that any of you have taken an online class, but if you have, this will look pretty similar. If you have not, don't worry, just click on where it says Jail Care Discussion 1. You'll see your group mates there, and you'll just respond to the 2 questions that I'm asking of you. The first question is, using your own words, no quotes from the book, what are some of the issues that Sufrin seeks to unpack in her ethnography, Jail Care? So, I know you've only read 80 pages, but, answer that question based on what you've read. And then the second question has to do with public health perspectives that she discusses, on page 59. So for Tuesday, we're just going to have our regular discussion, but have it online. And what I'm hoping is that, so I teach a lot of my classes online, and online courses, you're kind of, you're always you're checking all the time, as a student, you're kind of always online. There isn't really a set time. But what might be nice for our class, since we're supposed to meet Tuesday mornings from 9:25 to 10:40, is that if all of you could answer these questions by the start of class, on D2L here in your groups, then you can use the class time, so from 9:25 to 10:40, to read everybody else's responses, to ask people questions, to respond to people in your groups, what they said. Do you agree with them? Do you not agree with them? Just engage in discussion as if we were in class. I'm going to be a little lenient grading these because, it's the first time we've done these. We're kind of getting thrown into this online setting quite quickly. But just answer these questions. You can do this today. This is open. There's not a time where I'm going to open the discussion. So while you're reading, if you want to just write your responses, totally fine. So anyway, if you have questions about this online discussion for Tuesday, please let me know. And, please email me or send me a message on D2L. So that's what we're going to do for Tuesday. For Thursday, so keep scrolling down in this applying the concept section, and you'll see it goes day by day. I mean, this hasn't changed. I had this structured like this before we were asked to move online. But if you look at March 26th, that was supposed to be the NCUR assignment. And as you know, and I'm sorry for those of you that were planning on presenting, but MSU has canceled the NCUR event. Makes sense. I mean, bringing 5,000 undergrads from across the country to one location is probably one of the worst things we can do in terms of slowing down the transmission of COVID-19. So our assignment's also been canceled. And instead of swapping it with something else, I'm just giving you all a free day for next Thursday. And you'll see that I write all of this. I try to explain it really thoroughly online too. So the previous online day was supposed to be NCUR, but since it's been canceled, so is your assignment. So just keep reading jail care, use the time to work on your health report assignments, and just keep, if you need to, let's see, if you have questions for me about your outlines, I'm grading those all right now. So you should have all those, everyone should get their grades back by Sunday. And we're also grading the ethnography guest reflection papers, or not ethnography, the guest lecture reflection papers. Goodness. So Lori and I are working on grading those as well. So you should get all your grades back from now, all the work that you've done by Sunday, and then starting next week we'll move on to the new stuff. Okay, so that pretty much covers this next week after spring break. So I'm going to do one of these online, video announcements for you guys. Just, it might be clearer if I explain it as well, in addition to putting it on D2L. So every week you'll see a little video update from me, and I'll post it to D2L, but I'll also include the link to my video in an announcement so that we're all, on the same page, and that you guys don't feel like, you've been abandoned with everything moving to online. So, but please know that I'm around for questions. We're not allowed to hold in-person office hours, but, I'm happy to Skype with you. I'm happy to chat with you on the phone. So, there's plenty of methods of communication we still have available to us. So just reach out if you have questions about anything. Also, when you all are discussing jail care online, I'm going to jump on and I'm going to, participate in the conversations. And especially during that chunk of time when we're supposed to have class, I'll be online then. So just really take it seriously. Act like we're having a discussion face to face. I think you guys will really, really like this book that we're about to read. So I'm very curious to see your thoughts on it. And you'll notice that when you start looking at the week after that, so March 31st, I still need to fill in parts of that online. But March 31st, you have your next health report assignment due, the graphs with descriptions. So I'll send another video. I don't want to bombard you with information on this one. I'll send another video about that in a few days, maybe after our discussion about jail care. So I'll send it maybe next Wednesday. I'll talk about that more. You'll do an online peer review. So, that's sort of what's coming down for the next week or in 2 weeks. So anyway, feel free to kind of browse the new updated D2L. Let me know if you have questions. And, I would just say, keep washing your hands. Make sure to stay in, Skype video contact with friends and family. Take care of yourself during this time. Go outside for a walk. There's nothing wrong with getting fresh air, and exercising is always great. Make sure you're cooking, nutritious meals and foods. I just did my first online food purchase. Never done that before, using a service called Instacart that Dr. Routh told me about. So you can go to Instacart, and they charge a little bit of a delivery fee, but they'll go to Costco and Smith's and things. And you can just kind of throw food in your cart, your online cart. So never done that before, but learning more and more about online services. So anyway, I look forward to reading the rest of your outline. Some of you have gotten grades already. The rest I'll work on in the coming days. And your reflection papers have been awesome so far. So you'll get grades on those. And I look forward to our online discussion of jail care. So I won't keep rambling, but I know this is a unique, very odd spring break, but I hope you're at least getting some downtime, and know that I'm around if you need anything. And I'll leave it at that, and I will talk to you all on D2L on Tuesday. Bye.